Good afternoon, everyone. Uh, I guess now our the glucose level is high now. The concentration is at the top, right? Okay. So good afternoon once again. Um, Blessing, Khadija, or Mariam, Saifullah, Musa. I don't know your name. Introduce yourself. Sophia. Okay. And what do you tell us about your business? Speak up. Fashion business. Okay, what do you do? What kind of what is your unique selling proposition? Okay.
New technological ways, like introducing fashion.
We are introducing technology into fashion. Okay. What's the name again? Sophia? Sophia. Okay. Miss, yesterday you were not here, so we don't know each other. So tell us your name and what your business is.
And how was that, Muhammad?
Hawa. Okay.
Clean wave, Nigeria.
What?
Clean wave.
Clean Wave. Okay. So what does Clean Wave do?
Clean wave is more bringing technology into we are using that Jari Bola. I don't know whether
I don't understand. Make me understand.
you like for now you
Okay.
have this thing.
Uh-huh.
Many.
Okay.
You just call us, you call us with
Okay.
and we have app that will put you will have credit when you
Okay.
sell it. Waste.
So that means just waste recycling company. Okay, that is good. So you guys need to learn how to describe your business in one sentence, not just going, what do you do? Blah blah blah. We recycle waste and give people credit for it, right? So people make money by giving you their waste, isn't it? Okay, so that is nice. So my name is Said Jibrin. For those of you, I think two of you. This is Khadija, right? Uh-huh. So my name is Said Jibrin. I'm a copywriter and a business marketing expert. Blah blah blah. I'm a scientist also. I've done workshop. I'm the founder of Punchline Business Solution, which is a consultancy marketing agency. And I love food. Very important. I love food. Yeah, I love food. Yes, I love food. It's very important. So today we are going to be, I'm going to take you guys on how you can use psychological marketing to sell more in your business. So business, as we know, is it has different facets, right? It has different branches, different things that come together to make a business. When you talk about supply chain, we have the human development area where you manage people. We have the production area. We have the logistics. We have the marketing. We have the sales. Everything come together to make the business. But in all these areas, marketing is considered to be the heart of the business. Why? For your basic biology, we know what the heart, the main function of the heart, right? To pump blood to every part of the body. And without this blood, you are not a human being. You don't exist without blood. So marketing serves as that purpose in business. That blood is just pumping sales, money into the business. And we know what makes business to survive. Except you are in the NGO, that is a non-government organization, non-for-profit. But if you are in business to make profit, money is very important. Not just money that just call, like money that revenue generate profit. So now, psychology and marketing. What's the relationship? We all know what psychology is. Anybody that studies psychology here? Nobody. So psychology is just a scientific study of the human behavior, the mind, how you behave, how human beings behave as a group and also as individuals. How you respond to different things, to color, to sound, the environment. Now, putting psychology and marketing, we all know what marketing is, right? Telling people about your product or service, showing the value and the rest. So when you put everything together as psychological marketing, it's just you applying the principle of psychology into marketing. You are trying to market your product or service to people that needs it. So now, how do you do that using psychology? Psychological marketing, psychology is very, very important, a crucial aspect of marketing. In fact, because I usually say that marketing is all about psychology. It's just psychology. Psychological marketing has been played on every one of us here seated, right? The dress you are putting on, you probably saw it on somebody, right? Maybe one celebrity was wearing it on Instagram, and immediately you're like, wow, this thing is beautiful. You send it to your tailor and you have it. You saw an ad on TV trying to promote one kind of product like that. It's not that I really like the product, but because you saw that product attached to something that you value, you immediately pick interest. And that interest is what pushes you to take action to get the product. So psychological marketing, even our parents play it on us. When you are small, they will say, okay, go and dress up and go to school. You'll be like, no, no, they'll say, okay, no, I'll give you biscuit. Psychology, right? Because of that, you quickly go put on your dress and you go to school. So now I'm going to run us through some, example of how psychological marketing is being played. Now, this is a billboard ad for Amstel Malta. Malta is a non-alcoholic drink. We know it, right? Just like Martina and the rest. Now, this is a billboard. What do you see here? Be attractive, be renewed. What is the major function of this product? It's a non-alcoholic drink, right? Just to drink it, you feel satisfied. But is there anywhere that is written on this billboard that is come and buy a drink, enjoy yourself? No. So what are they using here? Psychology. A picture of a guy with six packs, which a lot of us want to have, but we are still trying, right? So as a guy, because I love food, right? Maybe I have to go down on that. So as a guy, majority of guys want to look like this, right? And ladies, majority attracted to guys like this. Plus money. I know when there's money, I also attached to it. Eh? The money for is example. So with this, it's just to get attention. That is just the reason. Just want to get your attention. This guy is looking. He's not putting on clothes. Okay, I'm still motel. So if I drink this thing, does that mean I'm going to have six pack like this? Okay, let me see if I can try it. Just psychology. Now look at this. Glow. That's LO in Nigeria. We all know Glow as a global telecommunication company in Nigeria. We know what they do. But this is an ad which is supposed to promote the company, what they do. But when you look at this critically, there's nothing here that says go and buy Glow SIM, buy data. No, no, no. What are you seeing here? You're just seeing a picture of a young lady who is my parents, some part of our body is showing, right? So this is just what psychology also. They're just trying to get attention, people to look, because a lot of guys when they come across, especially young guys, they will stop and look twice. True of us. So look at this also. This is a billboard in the West. Now this billboard is meant to advertise, to promote, encourage people to come to this particular city, which is known as Texas. So what they wrote there, visit Texas and explore all its wide open spaces. You can see these open spaces, but there is something else also that is blocking the space, right? So this is what psychology. Because as a guy that is driving, you see this billboard, you want to look up twice, but you have to be careful if your wife is not by your side, so that I will not slap you and you go back to your senses. Now look at this also. This is an ad that is meant to, promote a company that sells diamond rings, right? Now look at this picture. What they wrote: Lisa holds me spellbound. That is the guy. Is the guy that is meant to be saying this now. He said, Lisa holds me spellbound with her wide imagination. So I gave her a diamond equally inspired. See now you say, wow, right? Because the thing is, when we go further, I'm going to really understand, explain some of these psychological things, how it plays. You know, psychologists have done a study and understood male and female, there are different things that motivate us, right? When it comes to, for male, physical appearance triggers the male a lot, right? Uh, while ladies is more of what? Words of affirmation, right? That is why you see lots of ladies will be fighting with their guys. You don't come, you don't tell me I love you, you don't tell me text message, right? Because those are the things that you care about. But as a guy, either you send a message for a long time, as far as he come, you sees you physically, he's okay with that, isn't it? So that is that. Here's another ad. This is Muka, right? Muka phone. It's a brand that produce mattresses. On the billboard, you say, my playground, my comfort zone. Nothing here that sells you, come and buy Muka phone. Muka phone is soft, it's text, doesn't say anything like that. Just showing a picture of a happy father backing his cheerful daughter. So as a father, you have a daughter, this is going to really touch you, right? You're like, ah, this is really, I really love my daughter. Maybe if I buy a Mocha phone, she might get happy, feel happy with that. Here's another one. Have you guys ever wondered how perfume companies usually sell without actually people seeing it and smelling it? It's all psychology. That is one of the very strong way that psychology plays. You see a lot of perfume. Perfume is something that you buy it based on how it smell, right? You smell, okay, this is smell nice on me, you use it. But a lot of these companies, they sell their products without people actually even know how it smells. But this is what they use. Look at how they are advertising it, right? Look at this, the power of cool. You see the guy is, surfing in a sea. So as a guy, it just instantly just feel gravitated, like, wow, this looks very cool. You don't even care about whether the perfume scents nice or not, but because of the image, you see this one Gucci guilty, it's kind of translate that kind of emotion, right? Sexuality and stuff like that. This one also is kind of like personality. You want to be seen as someone like this, so you gravitate towards something like that. Now I want you guys to look at this 30-second ad.
It's a trap. You ever see a girl broken down?
So now this is a typical example of psychological marketing in play. In a nutshell, what just happened here is that they're just trying to promote the Toyota brand, right? So these two guys, they are in their own Toyota going on a lonely road, right? And they just saw another car, the same Toyota, parked by the roadside, and saw a lady looking, attractive. So, and she appeared like, she looked like as if she has issue, like the car has broke down, stuff like that. So because of that, they want to, okay, let them try to, stop and see what is actually wrong. So when the guy came very close, he now realized that the car is Toyota. So he quickly zoomed off. When his partner look at him, what's wrong? Why you zoom off when you see a very attractive lady that can easily get her number and help and whatever? Be like, Toyota Corolla never broke down. So it's a trap. That's what he said. And exactly, it's a trap. And at the end, you see the road Toyota is about quality, right? So instead of Toyota Corolla coming and shouting, quality, our car is bad, it doesn't break down, you just make it in a very simple drama, something that you can easily decode by yourself. And using this scenario is play on your, on your mind. So now let's move to what the next thing, which are human desires. Now everything we do in life is basically circle around these human desires. We as human beings, we are emotional creatures. We act mainly based on our emotions. Then we try to justify it with logic. A lady that just became the MD of a bank, formerly she's using a Toyota Corolla. Now she has been promoted to the MD. Suddenly, 1 month later, she upgraded. She bought a what? A Prado Jeep. Why? What is wrong with the other car? Nothing. Right? You might ask her, why did you buy it? Saying this Toyota is not actually giving me. I don't feel the engine sometimes. It's a lie. It's actually she's just trying to portray herself that she is now the boss. Because it's not going to look okay if she's driving the same car as one of the bankers, isn't it? So she wants to look that different. There have to be that hierarchy, right? She could have easily bought a different brand that is smaller, but she preferred a higher one. So it's all based on emotion. So now human desires, these are the 8 human desires why we do things. One is survival, enjoyment of life extension. Why do you have when you build your house, you put burglary, right? So have an enjoyment. Why do you have to go and spend 1 point something million to put a solar in your house, right? Because you want to enjoy now. You can't stay and heat will be killing you. The next thing is enjoyment of food and beverages. That is what basically we do. We come, we eat, sleep, excrete, sleep, continue, right? Freedom from fear, pain, and danger. This is one of the things that motivates us, right? Your area is not really secure and you're always going out all the time. So what is the next thing you want to do? You want to get a car so that when you are inside, you are driving and people don't actually see you. They can't, all these guys that are snatching phone cannot easily come and take your phone away from you. Sexual companionship. That one is straightforward, right? A guy will spend thousands to go and buy an iPhone just because you want to please the opposite partner, the opposite sex. Comfortable life condition, comfortable living condition. You want to live comfortably. You prefer to get an house in an estate where there is road access, there is security, right? To be superior, winning, keeping up with the Joneses. There's a movie called The Joneses. I don't know whether you guys have watched it. Have you watched it? Have heard of it? You guys should go and look for that movie. The Joneses. It's all about the psychological marketing that is in play in the movie, right? So the Joneses, what actually happened in the movie was that there are some people, there are some company. So they have product that they sell. So instead of them advertising this product on billboard, radio, TV, no, they do the advert using people. So what they do is that they'll look for a male, a female, then they'll look for another male and female. The 2 male and female that will act as the husband and wife. Then they'll get like 2 other teenagers. Then they'll put them together in a house. They'll send them to a neighborhood. That is a community that nobody knows them. Right? So they'll act as family. So this company, they are not going to put all the product that they want to sell, they'll give it to these people. So they are now going to be promoting it. So if, for example, now the company, there's a new phone that have not entered town yet, they will give this phone to these people. So these people, what they do is that they'll mingle with the people of the community. They go to areas where they gather, they go to like parties, they go to like saloons, you know. So when they get there, they are making their hair. The next thing you see, the woman will just bring out the phone. And everybody will, and you know, when people see things that is new, they'll be like, what is this? What is this? And the next thing, wow, this phone is nice. You now start explaining to them, this is an HTC, it's just brand new, blah, blah, blah. And the next thing, they want to get it. So that is just one. So this is what some people want to keep up with others. You are working, your colleague in the workplace, you see that they promote both of you the same time. The other person, suddenly, he bought a new car, and you are also the same level. So you want to also keep up. You be like, okay, me too, I have to go and get a new car. Stuff like that. Then the next thing is to care and protection of loved ones. Men, they want to protect their family, their children, their wife. Women also want to protect their children, so they send them to the best school that they know is very secure in a good environment, buy clothes for them and other things. Then social approval. We want to be recognized in the community, right? You want everybody to know that yes, you are there, because it hurts when you are there and people don't notice you at all. So we tend to do things that people are going to notice us. So everything like this, put everything together, this is what motivates us. So as a small business owner, you need to understand psychological marketing and how you can leverage it in order to grow your business, to sell more. Now, you need to also understand that this is not about manipulation. Because yes, a lot of people use this as a means of manipulating people. They use it to lie, right? Yes. A lot of these companies, sometimes when you go to some of these supermarkets, you see it's very busy. The truth is that some of those people that are in that supermarket, they are not actual real shoppers. You know that. Some of them are just actors. Yes. Yeah. Use it a lot. This is the first time I hear it, but go on Google and go and check, fake shoppers. It happens. It might not be something that is popular around this part of the world, but in the West, like US, and they use it a lot. It's a new supermarket, because people, when they see somewhere that there is a lot of people, they'll want to go there. Just that you are hungry now, you want to go and eat, and you just came to a new place, you have never been there, so you don't know how the food tastes. Then you saw two different restaurants. You see this one, you see packed with like 20 people, it's filled up, and you see you're just seeing only one person. What's the first? Which one are you more likely to enter? The one that have more people, because you feel like if people are many here, then their food is good or the price is very good, so you always want to go there. So that is why they are using that. You understand? So you have to do it. It's about tapping into the natural decision making process of your customer, then providing them with value in the way that resonates. So now let's look at these psychological strategies one after the other. The first is the power of emotional appeal. Now, Maya Angelou said that people will forget what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. You walk into a bank, you want to open an account, or you have a complaint and the customer care is busy shouting on you, doesn't even really give you attention that you want. That experience is going to remain in your mind for a very long time, right? But if the customer representative treats you very well, no matter what people say about it, that is because of that experience, how they made you feel, you are more likely to go there next time. But if they made you feel bad, that is all. So it's not about what you say, but how you make people feel. So you need to understand that emotions play a very vital role in the purchasing decision of people. There was one time I saw a post of a lady that she had this business where she created a kind of like a kit for women that in labor, that once they are in labor, they can use this kit like as an emergency tool to help them, to avoid all those complications that come from delivery. So she was looking for investors. So she created a video, posted it, and she got an investor. And why that person invested in her business is because that solution has a connection with him. According to his story, his mother died while giving birth to him. So you can see how it's connected. So because of that emotional connection, he quickly, became an investor for her and pumped a lot of money into her business. So studies have shown that ads that elicit strong emotional response can increase sales by up to 23% compared to those which are just rational appeal. If you are a perfume seller, if you can show people that once they use this perfume, as a young guy who cares more about how ladies look at him, you can show, describe to him that if you use that perfume, ladies are going to gravitate towards you. He's more likely to buy than you telling him that the perfume is sweet, is cheap, blah blah blah. That emotional connection. Storytelling is also another way that you can also bring this emotional appeal. Share authentic stories about your brand, your product, or customer in order to create that emotional connection. And then personalization. See what I did when I started. I started by calling each of you by your name, right? So if I just say all of you, that connection is not there. But personalizing it makes you feel that you matter. Makes you feel that kind of like this person really cares about me, right? So you need to try to personalize your service or your product. Use customer names in communications and tailor recommendation based on their past purchase. If you are a fashion brand that you have different kind of product ranging from maybe shoes to hand watches, like all the fashion accessories, and you have customers that they buy more of shoes than the bags. When you want to make a recommendation for them, which one are you going to make more recommendation based on the one that they're buying more, right? Because they, you know, they have seen from their past purchase that this is what they like. I actually wanted to show this link, but because of time, maybe I will not show it. It's actually, do you guys remember that time where Coca-Cola were had that? They started creating that Coca-Cola when you see the name of your, you see people's name on it. So there is just, should I show the video so you guys quickly watch it? It's just showing how they came about the campaign. Uh, you know what actually happened. Okay. Let me see. I hope our network will be clear. So what Coca-Cola actually did was that,
Coca-Cola's Share Coke
okay,
campaign is by far their most successful marketing stunt ever. By simply printing names on their products, Coke managed to end a decade-long sales decline and increase their revenue by $12.9 billion in just 2 years. So, how did this effortless tactic completely change the trajectory of Coca-Cola's company? To answer that, we need to travel back to 2011. A time when Coke was facing a massive problem. At the time, teens and young adults alike weren't drinking Coca-Cola. More specifically, they weren't drinking it because they thought the brand was outdated and didn't resonate with it as much as older people. This was most apparent in Australia, where in August of 2010, half of their young adult population had never tasted a Coke. With that shocking statistic in mind, the Australian Coca-Cola team started brainstorming ideas to get teens back on Coke. They wanted to accomplish two things with their idea. First, increase sales of Coca-Cola among young consumers, and second, bring the brand closer to Australia's young adults. After doing extensive research, they realized there was a massive opportunity for growth among millennials through their branding and digital presence. These young adults were now living in a digital world, and if these types of consumers perceive Coca-Cola as outdated, then refreshing their brand image and adapting to the digital world these consumers were living in was vital to their success. And so, Coca-Cola mapped out a strategic plan to reconnect with young Australians. And that plan was for them to share Coke. The backbone of their plan involved changing the labels on every single product they sold. Every can and bottle of Coca-Cola would have their traditional logo replaced with Share Coke with, followed by one of the 150 most popular names in Australia, which accounted for about 42% of their entire population. This small tweak in theory would encourage millennials to not only be excited about finding their name on a Coke product, but also share that product on social media to their friends. On top of that, Coca-Cola planned an extensive effort to set up 18 kiosks across malls in Australia, where young adults could print custom cans of Coke with their names on them, further promoting the idea to share their personalized products with friends online. Furthermore, their efforts to reach millennials extended beyond their physical products, including ads in newspapers, on TV, on buses, with influencers, and most notably billboards. These digital billboards allowed viewers to text the name of themselves or their friends to Coca-Cola, and Coke would take that name and update their billboards in real time to show the name on a virtual Coke can. And this idea, once again, promoted viewers to share their customized billboards online to their friends. And so, with their genius plan mapped out, Coca-Cola was more eager than ever to reconnect with Australia's young adults. But it turned out their elaborate plan came with many roadblocks. In order to execute a plan of this magnitude, Coca-Cola had to redesign their entire company workflow. From the marketing team to the legal team, design team, product team, and more, every department of Coke needed to communicate effectively and be on their A game. And if that didn't happen, their whole plan would crumble. But Coke wasn't ready to go down without a fight. Thousands of employees were assigned new rules for the campaign that were clear and concise. The legal team investigated copyright rules. The design team created new looks for the labels. The operating team had to figure out how to print millions of unique labels on cans and bottles. All while the marketing team updated all of them about new plans and ideas. While this entirely new process was daunting to them, every single employee pushed through. And eventually, the Share a Coke campaign was ready for launch. After 4,000 hours of talking to stakeholders, 225 trademark searches, 2,300 original artwork designs, and so much more, Coca-Cola launched their campaign in the summer of 2011. And that summer ended up being a very special time for Australians. In alliance with Coke's plan, millennials fell in love with the idea to share a Coke. The excitement of finding their names on Coke products and sharing them with friends ignited a multi-million person movement that eventually made headlines onto late-night shows, news outlets, and more. And along with the media buzz, every aspect of Coca-Cola's plan was being perfectly executed. Their kiosks had hour-long lines, thousands of people were taking pictures of billboards, and millions of personalized Coke bottles were flying off shelves. In less than a year after the launch of the campaign, Coca-Cola saw a 7% increase in consumption among Australia's millennials, and more than 250 million customized Coke products were sold, averaging over 10 bottles per Australian. But of course, increasing sales was just one goal Coca-Cola had in mind. Did they bring the brand closer to young adults? Well, taking a quick look at their online performance says it all. In less than a year, over 500,000 photos were shared on social media with hashtag ShareCoke, 76,000 of which were Coca-Cola's own billboards. Their Facebook page saw a fresh 25 million people follow them, and Coke's website traffic increased by 870%. It goes without saying that the magic that the ShareCoke campaign created in Australia was unstoppable. So much so that it expanded beyond the entire country. Over 70 other countries were quick to embrace the love for Share a Coke, each of which had their 250 most popular names printed on Coke's products. And unsurprisingly, the campaign worked flawlessly in every single country. Over the years after it originally launched, the Share a Coke campaign generated over 1 billion impressions online and became the #1 global trending topic on social media. And of course, Coca-Cola sold a lot of Coke. From before the campaign started in 2010 to the peak of it in 2012, Coca-Cola saw a $12.9 billion increase in revenue, completely wiping out the 10-year-long sales slump they endured before. It's impressive how fast Share a Coke became a cultural phenomenon, but it's arguably more impressive how Coke revolutionized their ads during Christmas time. To see how they did that, check out this video on how Coke used Santa Claus to make themselves an icon during the holidays.
So, you guys seen it? So you see the power of personalization, right? So Coca-Cola were struggling, so they had this great idea. Why not have the names of people on the bottle? Because if you walk into a store, you want to buy maybe Fanta, and you open the fridge and you now saw a Coca-Cola with your name on it. Even though your intention initially is not to buy Coke, but because you saw that bottle with your name on it, blessing, you easily take it, and right, you might, and it's not just about drinking the Coke, but that satisfaction that I'm walking around with a brand like Coca-Cola and my name is on it, international brand like that. You understand? So that is the power of personalization, and you see how it helped them sell more, isn't it? Their sale went through the roof. So personalization works very well because they know that human being, we value things that is personal, something that is close to us. That is why GT Bank. I noticed GT Bank does this. If you use GT Bank account, when you receive a lot, you don't just see GT, but you see my GT, right? You see my GT. So that my GT means that it is yours, but the bank is not your own. It's not yours. You are just borrowing their account. So the next one is social proof and influence. Social proof, just like the example I made mention the other time, human being, we tend to move with the crowd, right? We love to move when we see people are going one particular, even though we don't know whether that thing is the best for us, but because we see everybody is doing it, we want to move. We want to also follow everyone. That's what happened with our educational system today. When you were growing up, a lot of people will tell you if you are going to university, it's either medicine, law, engineering. Which other one again? I think those are the top three, right? So everybody was like, that is the cause. So every parent want their children or want their child to either go for medicine or law or engineering. So it's just the crowd. Humans are social creatures. We often look to others when we are making decision. When you go to a restaurant, maybe in a group like this now. If I say all of us now to go to a restaurant and let's pick what we want. If the first three people pick maybe jollof rice and chicken, there's very likely that the rest will follow that person. So this behavior is known as social proof. You have to encourage reviews. When people use your product, tell them to send reviews, right? When they experience your service, tell them to send review. How do they? Because once people start seeing this review, though, it gives them that confidence that okay, this shows that this thing is actually good. So it pushes them to want to, go for it. Then showcase testimonials. Once people are happy with your product or service, show it to everybody. Show it, let everybody see it. Because there is that one person that is there, he's sitting on the fence and he's just waiting for one person that he respects to make that decision that this thing is good. Why do you see that fashion brands usually, whenever they want to advertise, they want to advertise a new product, they tend to get celebrities. Why? Because it's kind of like a way of social proof. And also, people like to see themselves in the future, right? You are young, you don't have anything, but you are looking at yourself like, you know, Tony Elumelu. You see him. So if you put on any kind of wristwatch or any kind of shoe, you are more like, because you are looking to, towards him, you are looking up to him, that you want to be like him. So you want to get the kind of things he's getting. So that is why all these companies leverage on celebrities, because they know they have people, fans, loyal, fans that want to, follow their footsteps. Then the next thing is scarcity and urgency, fear of missing out. When they tell you, this bottle of water is available, we have 5,000 units in stock. Even though you really want it, you say, there's still 5,000 units remaining. Let me wait tomorrow. Tomorrow you come again, you see 4,000, it's still remaining, you say a lot, I'll come. Then the next day you come and you are seeing only 3 units left. Next thing, this is about to finish, so let me get it before it finish. Scarcity, right? Creating a sense of scarcity urgency can prompt a quicker purchasing decision. People are always on the fence. They are always looking for something that will show them that this thing is about to slip out of their hand. Then that is when they are going to, jump on it. But when they see that it's abundant, and this thing has something to do with everybody. When something is very scarce, or when they tell you that this bottle of water, you only sell it to guys that know their worth in life. So what is that thing is trying to create a kind of, how will I put it? It's trying to create a kind of segment. It's trying to create what we call exclusivity. They are trying to push you out that you don't belong to this place. And that is when you now feel like, no, I must get this. Haven't you guys seen such kind of scenario before? They will tell you that this place is not for you. This hotel is not for anybody. I'll be like, what is it? How much is it? I'm going to come there. And you look for anywhere, even though it's going to cost you your arm and your leg, you want to be there because they just say that this place is not for everybody. Civil servant cannot afford. Look at that guy now. That guy that is doing that car, this thing. You always say, this is not my brother. Can civil servant afford? You see, that thing, what he's actually doing is actually creating this kind of that mentality. Exactly. So a civil servant now might be thinking, what does this guy, what is wrong with you? What is there? The next thing, he will go and look for money and what have you and get it, just to show that he can actually do it. So as human beings, we have that kind of attitude where if someone tell you that you cannot do something, that is where you stand up, you want to show them that you can do it. Right? Guys, this is very, very popular with guys. A lady will call you, approach a lady, she will tell that, oh, you, don't worry, I'm going to look for it anyway. you must attend, you must listen to me. Then they will start hustling, look for a way. Is it, what does she want? Is it money? Is it car? They can even go and borrow car and what have you, right? So because they just want that kind of association. So limited time offers can create a limited time offer where you introduce a time bound promotion in order to prompt encourage people to buy. Then you can do limited stock notification where you tell them that what you only have 3 stocks, right? 3 units left, 2 units left. Promotion, buy at so price, offer will end at so day. All those kind of things make people want to get your product. So inform customers when products are low in stock in order to create that sense of scarcity. Then the next is anchoring and pricing strategy. I think yesterday I made mention of something like this when we were talking about price, when I talk about the 0.99. So this is also a kind of psychological way. Anchoring involves presenting a higher price item first in order to make subsequent options seem more affordable. When, let's say, as a fashion designer, somebody comes to your shop and they want to make a dress. So you show them different options and I tell you that, okay, give me different option. First start with the most expensive one, then you move down. So it will now seem as if those other ones, they are very affordable, right? It's just, they're just playing with their sense. Then we have tiered pricing. You offer multiple pricing options in order to guide customers toward the higher purchase. You tell them that this one costs so amount, is higher. You give them multiple choice, then they go for the one they want. Then you have charm pricing, which utilize pricing that ends with 0.99. You go to a place like all the supermarkets, you see a box of biscuit, they will tell you this one is 10 naira 99 kobo, this one is 11 naira. You'll be like, 10 naira 99 kobo is kind of cheaper than 11 naira. Then you go for the other one, which is actually, they are all the same. So the next is color psychology and visual cues. We are attracted to different colors. Imagine you come into this place tomorrow and the whole wall is painted black. You have black and red, right? This wall now is white, isn't it? Now tomorrow you come and you are seeing black and this desk is red. And the seat is also red. You see, they are playing with it. Immediately you start thinking of different things. What happened? Is this a ritual? Are they going to sacrifice me? Because the color depicts something, right? White stands for something. Black, gold, all these colors, they have their meanings. So you need to understand brand colors. Choose color that align with your brand. If you are in a business that deals with agricultural products companies, they go with which color mostly? Green, because that is what symbolizes agriculture, right? Fertility, soil, what have you. So call to action buttons, on your website, for example, if you have a website, you use contrasting colors so that you make that call to action where you see click to order, right? Click to book a call. You make it so that it can be very visible. Most of the time when you go online, you see that some of those buttons are usually blue, right? You see it blue color, some are black, this kind of thing. Then these are some of the examples of the colors and what they depict. Like red, it creates a sense of urgency. When you come to a website, you start seeing red, like alert, isn't it? Something, danger. So it prompts you, what is happening? You kind of rush. So blue, it conveys trust and security, commonly used by banks. Some banks use blue color. Green, which is associated with health and tranquility and is used in organic and eco-friendly products, just like the agricultural sector that we talked about. So colors can evoke specific emotion and influence the purchasing behavior. So you need to choose the kind of color that you associate with your brand. If you are a luxury brand, what kind of color is best to associate with luxury? Sorry? Quality. Gold. Thank you very much. Gold color, right? Because gold signifies what? Power, right? Control, something like that. So And if you have other kind of a product brand that is not premium, it's just normal, you can go for color like white and what have you. And also you also, why this thing is very very important is also you need to take cognizance of the kind of consumers you are dealing with, because consumers, naturally we are controlled by our culture and religion, right? So every decision that a lot of consumers make is associated with such kind of thing. So if there is a color that doesn't sit well with their culture or their tradition or their religion, and you are presenting it in that culture, it's not really going to fly for them. So you need to associate, like for example now, the Japanese people, during when they are doing their funeral service burial, they put on white, right? Korean, I think it's Korean or Japan, I don't know which of the two. So if you're associating anything with white, it depicts something that is, related to that, which is not going to really sit well with them, right? Why here in Nigeria, in the Africa, we associate black with something that is mourning, exactly. You understand? So if you are showing your product or you want to package it, you choose the color that is not going to make people go off. Imagine spaghetti now, they start putting it in a complete red package. Everything is just red with black. It's red. Is it everything that is red completely? Really? But you can see the golden penny inside. What I'm saying is that they put everything, you can't even see anything inside. You understand? At least that one you are seeing it. So that thing you are seeing inside is going to be, your mind will probably be at rest that okay, you are seeing what is inside.
When you see that, you think of it. Oh
It's okay, yes, it's true. Most of these fast food restaurant, I think Mr. Biggs that time, their color is orange and red, right? Yellow, it's red and yellow. Is it orange? I think it's orange or stuff like that. So yeah, because that one depicts something that is maybe hunger, spicy. You understand? So if your product is related to something that is spicy, so you can go for that kind of color. So that is that for color. So the next thing is reciprocity and commitment. Now, if you have among your friend, you have someone that at the end of the month, let's say the guy is doing well or she is doing well, you guys are very close friend, and every end of the month is working, he or she is working, and they send you some amount, maybe like 20,000. I take this one and buy the charge card every month for like 6 months, and then the seventh month, he or she now chatted you, Sadia, I'm really broke, oh, please can you help me with some money? Are you likely to give he or her that money if you have or not? Thank you. That is the power of reciprocity. When you are giving, you are always there for somebody. The day you need their help, they will jump and going to help you no matter what. It's not all, yeah, it's not all. Of course, but we are looking at yes, I know. There is always an exception, right? But we are looking at the majority. Majority of the time, people that always help you when they are in need of help, you are more likely to help them than someone that is not there for you at all. So this can also play in business, in your marketing. You offering something of value can encourage customers to reciprocate even through purchase. You have all these things that you can give your customer, like a branded jotter, branded pen, things like that. When they buy a product for you, you just say, take this one. Now Salah is coming, right? Salah is coming. A lot of companies are going to be gifting their customers a lot of things. Just take this to celebrate Salah, take this little thing. So anytime you want to buy the product that that company sells, it's more likely you go to them than you go to another competitor. So free resources like offer free guide, free samples, or consultation can be a good way. Then loyalty programs, you reward repeat customers, people that they patronize you all the time, right? As time goes on, from time to time you reward them, right? That's what we call loyalty program. Give them something. This is just an appreciation for being with us all the tick and turn, being a loyal customer, take this little thing and the rest. So the reciprocity and commitment people are going to gravitate more towards you. So then the next one is what we call the paradox of choice. You know that when you go, let's say for the first time you want to buy which product now? Give me one, any product at all. Chicken. Why are you thinking of chicken? It's like you want to eat chicken. Just farm. Oh, that is interesting. Chicken. Can we take this example with chicken? Okay, let's see. Chicken. Groundnut. Okay. Okay, let's say peanut. Okay. So now you it seems like you love food more than me. Oh, it's going around. Okay, now everything is around food, right? Okay, so now let's say you want to buy a bottle of peanuts, right? You walk in the supermarket and you now see like 10 different brands, and that is the first time you have never bought. You are presented with multiple choices. What happens? You easily get confused, right? Because you start looking, what's different between this and this and that before you can make that choice, because of the choices are so much. So human being, when you give us too much choice, we become confused. That is how. So you need to learn how to give people limited choices. Let the choice be little. At least start from three to five. When you go beyond that, people start getting at the end of the day, they might even end up not even picking anything. You understand? So offering too many options can overwhelm customers, leading to decision paralysis. That's what we call decision paralysis. At that time, you are paralyzed from making decision. You come indecisive, you don't even know, this thing is even too much, you are telling me this, you are telling me that, which one should I go for now? But when you just give them small little option, they can easily, okay, this one, two, three, within these three, okay, among these three I can choose one. So you created selections, limit product option in order to the most popular and relevant choices. Once a customer comes to you, they want to make a choice and they don't know what to do, look at them based um on their need, what you know is going to benefit them most, and give them those choices, right? Something that is more relevant to them. Don't give them too much thing that is not going to benefit them. Then you guide them on their recommendation. You can suggest to them that, okay, I know you like this, but you see this one now, this one is also good but this one is more expensive, but if you go for this is what you are going to get. If you decide to go this one too is good it's not that it's not good but this is what you are going to. This scenario is played best by Igbo people in the market. I don't know whether you guys have experience with them. You see, they will tell you, oga, you want to buy tire, this one is 20,000, this one is 30,000, this one is 25,000. But this one is 25,000. What is different? This one, if you want to go, this 20,000 naira is also good though. This 25,000 is not that it's not good. This one too is good. Just that the only small difference is this, they will tell you. They will say, oga, based on your car, I go recommend make you go for the one of 25,000. But this one is, you understand? I had this issue with in this week, my solar battery, we came back and it explode. So thank God it didn't cause any issue. So the thing spoiled. So I took it to the guy, he opened it and everything was bad. It's a dry, but you know they have different kind of battery for solar. You have the dry battery and the dry cell, right? And you have the other type. So I was now thinking that, okay, because he now told me that, okay, this is how much it's going to cost to get another one, to get it fixed, to get a new one. So I was now thinking that, okay, should I get the other type? The guy now recommended that, it's true, but he will recommend that I would still retain this dry battery, because based on his own suggestion that the dry cell is more durable than the other type. So he recommended that I should just stick with the dry cell. And I stick with him based on what expert opinion, right? Because when your customers don't really have that expert, they see you as the expert. They know you know more than them. Why is it that when you go to a doctor, you just tell them your sign, your symptom, what is wrong with you? You put everything in their hands, right? They are the one that will tell you that this is what, and because you trust their opinion, you go with whatever they say. So you need to assist customers in making decisions through quizzes or personalized suggestions, so that they can be able to give them what works for them best. Then the next thing is sensory marketing. Now, Engaging the senses can enhance customer experience and also influence purchasing decision. We all remember our five senses, or is it six? How many senses do we have? Let's list them. One, taste. Eye is not the sense. Eye is the organ. What does the eye do? Seeing. Hearing, smelling, feel. Five. You have mentioned taste from the listener. So taste, seeing, hearing, feeling, and what? Smelling. So those are the five senses. So in your marketing, you need to, you know, use this, incorporate it in your marketing. If you have a physical store and people walk into it, shouldn't be smelling like as if you guys are doing, thank you very much, you are frying fish there. It should it should smell very nice, that they can easily sit down and even fall asleep without covering their noses. Your product, if you have a product that you usually box it, you can spray a little perfume inside, and when people open it, that scent will just go, you understand? You are selling product, the texture should feel very very soft. When they feel it, they know that this thing they are touching makes sense, isn't it? So in-store ambience, use scents. Also you can use music in order to what, and also light to create a welcoming environment. Like in a boutique, you see all those, thank you, when you walk to the boutique, you see how those guys usually, it's not just, they're not doing it just for fancy, it's because of this. Or banks. Exactly. Police stations now, you say yes, just police station, you see speaker by yourself, you call me just for you to buy fuel. You, after buying fuel, you want to like listen to the music so that you calm yourself down. You understand? So all these things, they are just part of the psychological marketing, right? So because people are tensed, because when you have that good environment, it also gives them that calm to make decision. It's not that they are not in a rush, they are comfortable. Because it's when you are comfortable and calm that you can pay 50,000 naira for a shoe, right? But when you are tensed and you are not really feeling okay, it's not very easy for you to easily pay for it, right? But when they give you a very fine seat, cushion, you sit down, your body enter inside. Thank you. They'll say, sir, what do you want? Is it coffee? You know, say, wait, Jira, how much is it first? Because that when they start showing you those things, that something is wrong, but they are going to bill you. So people are getting used to that kind of thing. So product presentation also, ensure your products are visually appealing, and if applicable, allow customers to touch and try them. Most of these boutiques, when you go, you don't just pick the product on the shelf and just pay for it. They will tell you that we have a place there, you can go and test it. Put on the shoe. When you go to Igbo man to buy shoe, you don't even talk about price first. You first tell you, oga, bring am, try am first. You first wear, you wear it, don't worry, say how much, you can no worry, wait first, wear am make you see. You understand? Because they want you to feel it. Like when you wear it, you now feel it in your feet. Wow, you already started, they have put you into the future. You understand? Because selling is all about showing people how your product is going to look on them in the future, right? That is what marketing is all. You are just showing them that this is how this thing is going to look on you. This car, when you go to buy cars, I don't know, but some parts of like maybe Abuja, they usually do that. Like this car stand, they will tell you go for what, test drive, right? All these things is fine because they want you to, as you sit down comfortably, hold the steering, you feel yourself inside, right? So that you already start picturing yourself owning the car. The next thing is just to sign and pay. You understand? They have already done all the underground work. So ensure products are visually appealing and customers should try them. So look for a way that you can incorporate this sensory marketing into your business. Then the next thing is storytelling and brand narrative. Every brand should have a story. What is the story? Stories can make your brand more relatable and memorable. Just like the example of that brand I mentioned the other time, a lady that created a toolkit for women that want to deliver. Understand? It's a story. She probably have had the experience because I think according to the story, she said that it was a friend of ours that had that issue. She wanted to deliver, and that was how she came up with it. So whenever she's pitching her business, she's always coming up with that story, right? So that story is going to move people, because people will start imagining themselves, what if it's me, what if it's someone, what is my wife, what if it's my sister, what is somebody close to me, you understand? They start picturing themselves. So tell your story, share your journey, communicate the story behind your business. How did you start this business, right? Your fashion, this thing you are doing, your recycling, how, what came about it. For you, you can say, it's my area. Every time I'm going out, I see the lot of dustbin waste on the roadside, and I'll just see rats everywhere, which is attracting this. The waste is attracting this rat. At the end of the day, things not going far. So I now thought of how can we eliminate this, and that was how I now went. Okay, why can we get? Why can't we get a sort of recycling company where people can bring their waste instead of dumping it by the roadside, attracting rats, rodents, and what have you. So that is the story, right? Customer stories also. I like testimonials and experiences from satisfied customers. When customers use your product, right? How did it make them feel? You give their story from before they started using your product, when they started using it, and also after they use your product. When you look at products that are health related, you usually see this kind of testimonials. You see people who come, instead of coming and saying, I use the product was nice, they will share their story, right? They'll tell you, I've been married for 10 years, me and my husband, we have been traveling, trying to see how we can get pregnant. It's not possible. So one day a friend recommended that there's this man, this doctor, this facility clinic that is available. That's how we went there. We were anxious at the first time. It wasn't easy, but finally we took this decision, and 2 years later we have two twins at home. You understand? You see how the story, blessing is saying, you see how the story move you, right? Instead of coming that, we used it was nice. No, tell the story, right? Because story always sticks to our memory, right? You can remember a lot of stories that you were told when you were little, isn't it? When somebody comes in and said 3,000 years ago in so land in Enugu state, something happened. Immediately you want to hear what happened, what is this story, right? We love stories, everybody loves stories. So look for ways to put stories in telling your brand. So finally, why psychological marketing can be powerful, you need to know that it's essential to use these strategies ethically. Because I say you should create a story about your brand, that doesn't mean you should go and lie. So don't go and lie. Make sure that the story is actual real story. Because you keep lying, one day, Mochi will go market, no go come back. Oh, that's what they used to say. So make sure that it's ethical. If you are saying that you have 2 units left of your product, try to make sure that it's that 2 units left. It's not that people will buy and later on you now say that it's not actually 2, it's 5. There is something inside there, be careful. You now realize that it's actually, it's 5,000 units left. So transparency, be honest about your product availability and promotion. If you say you are doing 50% discount, make sure it's 50% discount. Not the one that will come and pay, then you now come, your guy is remaining 2,000 naira. How come now you say 2,000 naira off, now you are saying 2,000 naira again I'm going to give you? Because that transparency is what is going to move your brand forward. If people don't actually, you are always lying, you are not straightforward about your dealings, people will not want to deal with you, right? So you also have to show respect. Avoid exploiting fears and insecurities. There's a fear of people are scared, but that doesn't mean you should exploit that their fear in order to sell your product or service. Then value. Ensure that your product or service genuinely meets customer needs. When you say your product does this, make sure that that is what it does. Of course, there are going to be some instances where some people might not actually feel the same experience that others are feeling for your product. That is understandable, it happens, isn't it? Because you use this particular perfume and you feel nice, that doesn't mean that everybody, 100% of people that buy it are also going to feel that. People's experience is going to be different. But make sure you are always targeting the majority. Majority of your clients or your customers should feel that they have gotten value from your product or service. So I think with that, we have come to the end of my presentation.